What is going on, everybody? Block Topic speaking with another review, but not Bitcoin this time, because this time we're going to talk about the MINA protocol, a protocol I found lately which uses cutting edge technology the crypto ecosystem has never seen before, and in my opinion it has great potential for the next bull run. So before we start, let me tell you, I'm not a financial advisor. All I'm doing here is I'm sharing my research, a neutral research, so I'm not only talking about the positive aspects of MINA, but also about the negative aspects of MINA to give you a great insight. Always before investing, do your own research. Never blindly trust a YouTuber, even though I'm really trustworthy. So, okay, enough. Let's start with the review. MINA is building the privacy and security layer for Web3, the world's lightest blockchain. At least they claim to be the world's lightest blockchain. Zero knowledge technology is what they use. So are they the world's lightest blockchain? Yes, they are, with 22 kilobyte fixed size. The whole blockchain always has 22 kilobytes. They definitely are the lightest blockchain out there. Other blockchains compared have around, on average, 300 gigabyte because they need to store the whole transaction data, the whole archive. This blockchain has a different solution to this. It uses zero knowledge proofs. So let me show you. Own your data. Keep users in control of privacy, validating and sharing proofs of their data. Rather than the data itself, think about getting a loan by simply sharing a proof of your personal ID and credit score rather than the data itself. No risk of your personal information being hacked or sold. So what zero knowledge proofs does, it doesn't share the transaction itself, but shares just the proof. So it checks if the transaction is valid and shares just that it is valid, not the data itself. No data of you is contained in this transaction, which gives you a lot more of privacy. Access MINA from other blockchains. Easy to use the MINA proof system from other chains. What they are currently building is they have a partnership with Ethereum. Since you know Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, he really likes zero knowledge proofs. He even uses them in Ethereum itself for scalability, because also it uses less data, of course, since not the whole transaction data is used, but just a snapshot of this. So what they are building at the moment, they are building a bridge between MINA and Ethereum, which not only gives them the ability to build apps on Ethereum, but also gives them the ability in the future to build apps in the whole crypto ecosystem. So for example, also Avalanche will be, you can build CK apps on Avalanche. So results in the ability of dApps on other chains to take advantage of privacy preserving data verification, efficient proofs of large computations, and secure login features of MINA CK apps. Connecting crypto to the real world, also really interesting feature, a feature which the ecosystem, the crypto ecosystem, has never seen before. CK apps can privately interact with any website and access verified real world data for use on chain. Like a usual blockchain needs oracles for this, but MINA is able to do it with the internet directly. I don't know how exactly they do it, to be honest, but this is groundbreaking. This is something the market has never seen before. So every participant is a full node. Also incredible, they give the people a lot more decentralization. So in terms of the blockchain trilemma, they decided definitely for decentralization. Anyone can easily connect peer-to-peer and validate transactions like a full node. So even you with your smartphone can be a block producer and with their stake. And I just found this one. I think it's called Aurora or something. I'm not paid by MINA, and I'm also not paid by Aurora. This is just, I found Aurora by coincidence. So this is a mobile app, a wallet to, in particular, and you can stake your MINAs there, and you can support the MINA network and be considered a full node, which is incredible. So everyone with a smartphone can be considered a full node, because it's only 22 kilobytes, which is 0.2 megabyte as a total. So let's talk about the team. Evan Shaprio is the CEO and Isaac Meckler is the CTO. Those are the most important people in this company. They know each other for a long time. They went to university and are in the crypto space since 2011. I did a little research, and 2017 they finally built the O1 Labs, which is the backer of, or actually it's the company behind MINA Labs. You can see MINA Protocol. And first it wasn't even called MINA Protocol. First it was called Coda Protocol. They still have the website, but they needed to change the name because of a lawsuit from R3, because they had a blockchain called Corda blockchain. Maybe you know it. So they had to change the name and change it to MINA. And now it's rebranded. So MINA launches CK Apps Era, which I just told you. It makes it possible to build CK apps, zero knowledge apps, and use it on different blockchains, which is definitely groundbreaking. We are entering the CK Apps era, and the MINA ecosystem is inviting you to join us. Building up the industry's first incentivized testnets with zero knowledge. They already started it I think 1 month ago in November 2022. And in the next month, it should be able to use programmable CK apps on MINA mainnet, grants for CK businesses. It should be able to be used. At the moment, it's just a beta. And they are already incentivizing a lot of developers. They have prize money, and they are already educating developers how to write those CK apps. So it's incredible what's going on right now. They are really putting in a lot of hard work in this project, which we as investors love to see. So MINA is an inflationary currency with no supply cap, like Ethereum is. All token holders can stake or delegate to receive their proportional fraction of the inflation with no lockup or bonding required to do so. This is interesting because there's a fixed inflation rate of 12%. They say it here, of 12%, at least in the first 2 years. And those 12% get split up by all stakers. So if only 50% of the network stakes, they get double as much as if the whole network would stake. So, which is incredible. And at the moment, for incentivizing people to stake, they have this 12% inflation. So they call it supercharged rewards. And after that, it will be 7%. So let me show you. Yeah, this is the chart. This is the circulating supply. It will go up with the inflation rate, while the inflation rate will go down. This will flatten out at some point, and this will go down and stay steady at 7%. At this time, it could change, depends on the governance. So, yeah, the people, it's open source, so the people are able to vote on this after the 4 years. Until then, it's fixed rate. So, MINA 8-year circulating supply. Like I told you, it's going to flat out. And also what's interesting, yeah, the distribution. So the backers, they are backed by a bunch of venture capitals companies. For example, CoinList Ventures is a company they are backed by. Every one of you knows CoinList. It's one of the biggest exchanges in the crypto space, and they are also listed by Coinbase. Also Binance, I think, has listed them. We're going to check on this later. Don't let me say something wrong. But usually if a big venture capital company like CoinList Ventures invests in a project like this, it's usually checked multiple times. So yeah, with the venture capitals, I think they valuated 29.5 million. And also with the community, with the initial token sale, they made another 20 million. So in total, about 50 million investment. And yeah, about the token distribution, so the backers get 20%, core contributors get 23.6%, which is the team. The company, the O1 Labs 7.5, MINA Foundation 6.0, and the community 42.3, which I think is okay. I mean, I've seen better, but I think it's fine. So let's move on. Lifecycle of a Coda transaction, of a MINA transaction. It's interesting because there are three parts, there are verifiers, block producers, and snarks, and it all starts with the snarks. You can choose which one you are. Like snarks are the people. They make snapshots of transactions. They make the zero knowledge. So they just use the snapshot and don't use the actual data. And they're gonna send this to the block producers. And same as in Bitcoin, there's a big mempool of all transactions, and the block producers use those with the most fees. And also those snarks, they get a cut of the block producer's reward, and it's like a market, so they compete against each other with the smallest bid. Like this snark, for example, just wants 0.01, which is probably the one which will be chosen. And they pick multiple snarks with multiple transactions, of course, and they put them together, and they make photographs of it. Like you can think about making a photograph. It's hard to explain on a technical aspect, on a technical side, but I think this is the most you can think about it like making photos, yeah. And so they photograph all transactions together, and then they photograph the last state of the blockchain with the new state of the blockchain, make another photograph, and all this is sent to the validators, which is the third part, and they validates that this is true, that the snarks and the block builder are correct. So this is the process. There actually is a fourth participant in this game, which MINA doesn't talk about much, which I think is kind of weird, because archive nodes, they always claim that they don't have archive nodes. So they always claim that they like Bitcoin, for example, the full nodes, that they store the whole network, and MINA says they don't need it, they don't have it, but actually they have it. They're not saying they do not have it, but they're saying they do not need it, but they have it. And the interesting thing is that I couldn't find out how many there are and who, but it's open source, so there's a guide for installation, so you can make one on your own, which actually is a good sign. The only thing is that they save the data on Google Cloud servers, which I think is really bad to do, because Google Cloud is, as you know, is centralized, which gives the whole thing a touch of centralization, and which shows that it is not as decentralized as they claim to be. So just in my opinion, even though they aren't used all the time, they are used for MINA nodes are succinct by default, meaning they don't need to maintain historical information about the network, block, or transaction. For some use cases, it is useful to maintain historical data, which you can do by running an archive node, which is exactly what I meant. So yeah, I think it's weird. So this is actually a red flag to me. How to run a MINA node on Google Cloud. This is where I found out that it's on Google Cloud. About the roadmap, they actually seem to fulfill every milestone in their roadmap. Zk rollup on MINA increases transactional throughput on MINA using Zk rollup, which really is necessary, because at the moment MINA protocol has a transactional throughput of 22 transactions per second, which is not much. It is really not much. This is really bad actually, but at least they say they are working on solutions, and this is their next this is their next milestone, their next stop on their roadmap, which seems really promising to me. So let's finish this review with a little statistics, a little price information. So at the moment, MINA trades at 53 cents, 54 cents, and had an all-time high of $10. So it's an X20 from this point. To me, it is really likely that MINA sees the $10 again, and I think MINA, if it works on its scalability and other things, it's really likely that we can see $10 again, and I think even more. If you compare it to projects like, it's hard to compare because there is no project like MINA. It is unique. But I think, like for example, Chainlink, which is used as an oracle to the crypto space by multiple blockchains. It has a market cap of let's say 4. which is MINA times 10. Don't get me wrong, market cap of, yeah, MINA times 10. And 10 times 20 is 200, which is 200x. I mean, I'm just thinking loud, yeah. I think MINA has potential to really impress everybody on the market. I think it has a real use case, and even Vitalik Buterin is interested in MINA, so I would definitely keep an eye on MINA, and it will. I think I will put it into my portfolio for next bull run, at least a small amount of MINA to be safe. Yeah, I will cover a lot more topics in the future. Thank you everybody for watching. If you appreciate those videos, I will definitely do more coin token reviews in the future. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. We see each other tomorrow for Bitcoin chart review. See you guys.